If your B button is disabled and you hang on a ledge, the game stops updating which buttons should be usable, and so you can see I have powder keg on C down and it looks usable. Unfortunately, if I drop off the ledge, it gets cancelled. Other than being in an area where you can't use your sword or having blank B, there are a few other ways to achieve this state. If you explode the blast mask and then hang off a ledge twice, the second time you'll see that the C buttons remain usable, which means that I can put stuff on C that I shouldn't normally be able to use and it will look like they're usable. Again, unfortunately if you drop off a ledge, this glitch gets cancelled. There are a couple of ways to preserve it for a frame though. If you find a ledge that automatically pops link up straight away, there is one frame where you can switch your items around and use things like powder kegs in the air. That doesn't work for cutscene items such as masks though, because you're not on the ground for that one frame. So here I show another way of doing it, which uses a cutscene to give you that one frame of usability. At the end of the cutscene you have one frame to put on the Fierce Deity mask, and that's what Link does. Something else that can achieve this effect is ladder down A. So if you shield on a ladder and get recoiled back, you get a state called ladder down A. You can also do it as Deku by climbing down into water. And in this state you can't use any items except for Lens of Truth. So if I put Lens of Truth on my C buttons, that would be the only usable item. Here I utilize down A and the Lens of Truth to give myself one frame to use an item while hanging on a ledge. Again, I'm using a ledge which automatically pops Link up, which is this one here, and I have to side hop onto it. I switch the item over, and for one frame I can pull the powder keg. Again, if we want to use an item that requires Link to be on the ground, we can use a cutscene. So here I have ladder down A, and then I start hanging off a ledge and swap Fierce Deity and over my Lens of Truth, and you can see it remains usable. And then I watch the cutscene for the alien spawning, and after this cutscene finishes I'll have one frame to put on the Fierce Deity mask. I'm going to show one more state where your B button is disabled, and that's if you break out of the swamp cruise by drowning. You have to super slide through the trigger. This is an interesting state because, similar to the ladder where you can only use the Lens of Truth and nothing else, in this state you can only use the Picto Box and nothing else. Unlike ladders however, with this state, if we switch items around while on a ledge, it does update which item should be usable, and you can see that there's no way to get any item usable here except for the Picto Box. If we could use a stored Song of Time, we'd be able to cancel the boat cruise state, and that would allow any item usage here, but we can't do that.